Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great. I am just doing a quick check-in because I have arrived in Staten Island. Actually, I did last night in New York City. So I did want to check in with you guys and let everyone know that, of course, I am here. I'm taking in-person appointments through the 27th for healing and readings in the New York City area. Of course, I am still available for phone or Zoom readings from anywhere in the world. So that is something you can schedule an appointment at www.IamEmilyGear.com. And secondly, I am also teaching a Reiki Master class on January 29th. It's a Tuesday here in Staten Island. Reiki, of course, is one of many energy healing modalities that I use, and it's one that I feel is exceptionally accessible to people who are just starting out in energy work. So I feel like it's a tool that anyone in the population should have, should you become attuned to it. And it's very, very, I mean, you obviously cannot do any harm with it. It is completely safe and natural, and it is something you might already, to an extent, be doing without even knowing it. And the attunement, of course, clears the passageways even further and teaches you how to use it, etc. So I am teaching a master's class, which means that you would need to already have a certificate for completing Reiki 1 or 2, or 1 and 2, with either me or any other Reiki master. It does not have to be, you do not have to have been one of my students in the past. That will be, again, Tuesday, January 29th. It's an all-day class. You can also sign up for that on my website, which is www.IamEmilyGear.com. So briefly, now that I'm back in Staten Island, I have upstairs neighbors, and it is unfortunately stomp around, yell at each other, and slam doors hour here. So just be aware that could happen. I did put the dogs away because they keep barking at it. So I apologize for any interruptions. The actual reason that I am getting on today is because my energy has been jacked up. And so part of me was like, is it because I just came into Staten Island and I'm like readjusting to the vibe here, which is, trust me when I say, very different from Cincinnati? Is it because the eclipse and I'm just like feeling some of the results of it today? Maybe. I don't know. But I have to tell you, like this morning, I literally felt like it was like a rock in my stomach, in my solar plexus, and I kind of felt nauseous. Like, I'm not even going to lie. It felt like tons of nervous energy, but I'm really good at knowing, you know, I'll find it in my body and I'll trace it back to what's going on. Like, this is something that I do with my clients, and so I should be able to do it for myself, right? And I could not figure out where exactly it was coming from. On top of it, my right eye was twitching, there was energy pouring out both my hands and feet, and just like this overwhelming feeling of nervousness and tension was really just off the charts today. So I thought we would do an energy check-in on everybody, because, and it's just because two of us are having this issue doesn't mean everybody is, but I did check in with another one of my healer friends, and she is off the charts today too. So made me think that maybe it has to do with the eclipse. Maybe some of us are just, you know, transforming in a certain way. Maybe, you know, it did occur to me that the energy is coming from another person who is attached to me or connected to me in some way, who might be going through something difficult right now. So I'm just going to see what's going on, and maybe you'll resonate with this, maybe you won't. It's okay if you don't. It could be for a very specific group of people who are kind of in the same place that I am. So who knows? Actually, I got a new deck yesterday, the Mucha deck, the artist. It's a Art Deco type deck. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it. And we'll see. My intention is to also do some direct channeling for you to get some more information without the cards necessarily. Also, if I look like I'm not focusing on you, it's because I typically wear contacts and I don't have them in right now, so I'm blind as a bat. All right. What's the energy looking like today? The other thing I would like to do, if we have time, is like a grounding and energy clearing, because I feel like I could really use that. And so I'm thinking probably some of you can too. Energies for today, please. Why are we all feeling so weird? Oh my God, the screaming is starting upstairs. Sorry, you guys. Okay. So, when I first started shuffling, these two popped out. It's the Six of Swords with the Six of... Is this the Six of... Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So we got two sixes. And so to me, that is about intimacy, love. I'm just sort of getting that I think that we are being pushed off. Okay, so this is the information I'm getting. It's not a direct read off of these cards, but we're being pushed off balance a little bit right now because it's necessary to get us to move forward out of a few different situations. So whether, you know, you're needing to make some choices right now, or I really do think it's about making some choices right now, and like pushing you off balance is helping to push you forward. And so I feel like in some ways I'm just like seeing the energies come in to push and pull, push and pull, push and pull, so that you're pushed out of your comfort zone a little bit, and then you end up making choices which are better for you in the long run. This sounds very manipulative of the universe, but in the end it is not. It is based upon choices that you have already made for yourself, whether subconsciously or before entering this lifetime. I'm getting that, you know, all of us have lived hundreds and hundreds of lifetimes and have racked up different amounts of karma and have gone through other lifetimes resolving bits of that karma and picking up other karma. And so it just kind of they're showing me the spiral where it just works itself out over time through many, many lifetimes. And so this push and pull that's happening right now is a way of helping to resolve those energetic imbalances and to push us forward into where we've already chosen to be on our soul's path. It's just that while in this human body, it's as if we are... it's like getting dropped into a labyrinth, but with like a blindfold on, and I don't know why they're showing me like socks on your hands. I guess it's because, I don't know, never mind. When I was a kid and we had this program called Everybody Counts, and it was to help kids become empathetic to people with disabilities. And one of the things was, I guess, to be like a person with arthritis or something, they put socks on our hands and made us like button up a shirt or something. I don't know. So anyway, long story short, they're showing me walking through a labyrinth with socks on my hands and a blindfold on. And so the point of that being that that's kind of what it's like being in this physical existence, and we're like gradually pulling the blindfold off as we move forward, and we become more and more sensitive, more and more open to our guidance and our guides and our angels and whoever or whatever we're connected to. For me, I prefer to connect directly up to the divine, or what I call the divine, what other people might call a higher self or angels or God, or, you know, whatever you connect to. But so it's as if this imbalance is in direct proportion to getting us to move forward on the spiritual path, to accept the growth that we've already we've already ordered up for ourselves in some way, okay? The next cards that came out are the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Strength card. So we got, before we had 2 6s, now we have 2 7s and the 8 or infinity symbol. And that feels significant to me. 7 is the number of the divine, the number of divine connections. And of course the infinity symbol. I don't know why I just call this the infinity symbol. I guess because there normally is an infinity symbol on this. But it's an 8, which is also an infinity symbol. That's why I said it. So 6 6 7 7 8 is what we've just gotten. I swear to God, I've shuffled these cards to death. What I'm feeling here, I'm really feeling that this is what they're saying to me right now is like bulldozing forward. Like all of us are bulldozing forward right now. It's like it is this end of a cycle, and here are these like choices getting made, right, that I was just talking about. And with these two together, I feel this enormous, first of all, in my solar plexus is this enormous sense of, I feel the sense of exhaustion, and I feel this sense of like, it's almost like if you were running a marathon, so you've gone 26 miles and you're on mile 25. And so you know you need to just like double down and get it done. And so there's this sense of like exhaustion and excitement and like fear for that last mile, what you have to go through to get there. Okay, I don't know if that resonates at all, but I just feel like there is this sense of fear coming through from some people who might be doing some of this difficult work and might be having to tap really deeply for this strength, okay? This is just like, these people, whoever's doing this, which is probably most of us, which is why I'm reading this right now, like this is serious, like spiritual badassery. This is like the strength of strengths. You know what I mean? This is like spiritual gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like, yeah, like you've run a marathon, or it's like gladiators or something. It's like you've really, really had to go through it to get here. And this is really a process of purification through fire, and that fire being all of these difficult choices that you have to make, all of the different situations that you're walking into, essentially blindfolded and wearing socks on your hands. I love that they're showing me that. I don't even know why. And yet you're going to emerge completely victorious. You're going to emerge, the sun is what they're saying. You're going to emerge the sun. So to me, that means completion, fulfillment, joy, happiness, having burned away all of the impurities. Okay, all of these cups here, most of this is stuff that you're getting rid of, right? You know, you've got this little cup here with like this monster and, you know, like riches and this weird snake and this ghost thing and this lady's head. Like there's all kinds of stuff here that really, you know, in the traditional tarot can represent dreams or illusions or whatever. But I do feel like you are picking through those illusions right now and just really pushing forward in your authentic truth, through the strength of your own spirit. Like, so, okay, so I get that. I really do get that. And I feel like maybe these are some of the people who are truly fighting through some kind of like karmic imbalances right now. I mean, we all are, but some of us are really doing it. You know what I mean? Some of us really have some tough choices to make. But I want to know why I feel so damn weird. I have not felt this weird. You guys, I don't even know if I'm making myself clear here. Like, I'm a medium. I can feel, and I'm a water sign, like a triple Cancer water sign, and I can feel everybody's feelings. Like, it is no big thing for me to know exactly how people feel. And I think that maybe people think I'm exaggerating when I say that, but I'm not. Like, I literally know what people are feeling because I feel it in my own body when they say it. So for me to be in a space where I'm like, I feel freaking weird and I don't know where it's coming from, that's really unusual. All right, so why are we feeling really weird today? What is causing this? Okay. Well, this makes sense. It's temperance. If any of you are connected to a Sagittarius, first of all, that could be literally that it's coming from them. So that may be an additional message for you, but temperance also is about literally balancing opposites. Okay, so it could be that the reason we're feeling so weird right now is we are recalibrating. That's what they just said, is recalibrating, which makes some sense if we're talking about being pushed out of balance in order to move forward. So this is that recalibration after being pushed out of balance and balancing again. This is it showing it here? It's not showing it this one, but typically temperance is mixing water with fire. And so that seems like an impossible feat, right? What fire would just burn water up, right? Turn it into steam, change its physical state. And yet it's getting all mixed together and creating a new substance. So it's like as you're balancing your energies out, you're clearing out the impurities. Again, there's that fire images of burning out the impurities. And it's, again, it's like alchemy where you change two elements into something completely different by purifying it through a process of mixing and purification. So I do feel like a lot of people are going through that in their physical bodies right now. Sorry, my dog's scratching on the door now. He's mad. I feel like this is a big timeline jump forward. That's what I just heard. So if you took the time to set intentions or to start to clear out the things in your life that needed to be released, if you took the time to do a ritual, if you took the time to intend that you jump forward on the timeline, on your own timelines, then this is part of that recalibration, this rebalancing in this new timeline. Okay. And so if you are feeling weird, you probably are one of those people who made a jump. Okay. And that is a sort of a healing process. Just pull. All right. Two of Cups just came out of my other deck when I cut it. And so I feel like there's a good chance that this may be related to divine compliments and the balancing of the masculine and feminine energies within you, and also the balancing and the jumping forward on timelines for individuals who are in the process of balancing, moving forward, and coming together. So do know that that is happening as well right now, if that describes your situation. If not, I truly feel like everyone is really going through that on the internal level. Okay, I almost feel like these cards are saying the same thing to me. This is on an individual level, and this is between people, between two people. Okay. And so I'm going to say that this is all very good stuff. It's just that we do need to ground and get ourselves back into balance, which would naturally, I think, happen. But if you're feeling really weird, I think that there's we can do something to try to help that. So let's just take a moment right now, and I want you all to breathe really deeply. Breathe down into your diaphragm, into your abdomen. And there's an energy center that's just below your navel and below and behind your navel. My neighbors. Gotta love them. And just see that energy center glow bright orange and kind of grow with each breath in. And as you do that, take your energy that's built up in that area. It's called your Tantien. And you're going to send it into the earth. Straight out your tailbone, out your feet, all the way into the earth's crust. Just let it keep going down and down and down through the mantle, through layers of water, another rock, all the way until it gets to that molten core. Just let it magnetize straight into that molten core of like nickel and iron. And then as it gets to the center, you're going to pull it back up into your body, but you're going to pull it up with all that really nurturing, warm earth energy. And have you let that stop right in that same area, just below your navel, just behind your navel, inside you, your Tantien. And now I want to go ahead and have you start to expand your heart space in addition to your Tantien. Sorry about Louie. He hears things. And just feel that keep growing larger than the size of your body. Bigger than the size of your room. And bigger than the size of your house. With each in-breath, bigger and bigger and bigger, bigger than your city, and your state, and your country, and the entire world. And then I want you to take the energy from your Tantien and I want you to connect it up into your heart. And once it gets into the heart, just watch it explode outward as large as the entire planet. And then we're going to take all that energy and we're going to shoot it straight up your neck and out the top of your head. all the way up into the sky. And we're going to start cutting through dimensions now, like I always do when we do these meditations, just cut through the dimensions. So we're going to go through the third and the fourth, up into the fifth, where you should feel your heart space really expanding, just expanding astronomically, where you can't find the end of it. And then it can continue expanding as far as you want it to go. For me, I typically go toward the 21st dimension, whatever that may be, but that's where I've been led before and what it's been channeled through, so I go there. I have no way to prove it exists, but it is what it is. Extremely high, vibrational. We're going to go ahead and pull all of that energy down. It is bright, pearlescent, white, blue, gold. It's just every color and no color. Let it all come down through the crown of your head. Drop into your heart. Fill out your heart space. Drop into your Tantien. Fill in your Tantien. Allow it to travel down your legs, into your feet, and back into the earth. And allow your feet to feel magnetized to the earth. Like you've got two magnets in your feet, and they're just now sticking into the earth. If you would like to be completely grounded and receive a healing physically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and receive unconditional love from the Creator, from the universe, or the God of your understanding, whatever that may be, then please say yes out loud now. I'm going to go back up and I'm going to ask that that be sent to you right now. Then see, feel, hear, whatever is coming up right now. Just take note of it. Don't judge it. Don't try to figure it out. Just take note of it. And if you did see, hear, feel anything in that process, please do put it in the comments below. I'd love to see it. I personally saw a lot of like sort of a rainbow prism energy coming down and just like pouring over me, and a few other things, but that was the major feeling, was just the feeling of warmth, like a waterfall, but it came through with like all the colors and no color, like all and none. I'm also feeling like we need to do the download, I'm good enough. Okay, so if you would like to receive the download of the belief, I am good enough, please say yes out loud now. And I'm going to go up to the Creator and ask that we receive the download, I am good enough, for our highest and best good, with grace and ease right now. And again, notice anything you hear, see, feel, etc. Okay, I'm also hearing that we need to do the download, my love is good enough. I feel like some of you out there are feeling like you will not be accepted by someone, whether it's your family, your parents. I feel like for a lot of you, there's still some issues with parents not accepting you. I'm hearing like employees, obviously significant others. So my love is good enough. If you would like to receive the download, my love is good enough, then please say yes out loud. That created a shift in my heart space for sure. So I don't know if you experienced anything with that, but that created a huge shift in my heart space. Let me just see if there's anything else that they want me to bring to you today. Okay, they're just showing me the image of the wheel. And I feel like the message there is really just like to flow with, I feel like we need to flow with the changes and flow with the energetic ebb and flow, okay? And accept and surrender to it, that things are moving forward for us in whatever way that might be, in whatever way you have tried to manifest or prayed for or, you know, tried to affect in your life, that your highest and best good is being met. And it's necessary at this time that we not attempt to control or push forward the situation in any way that brings us outside of flow. Okay, so if we're flowing with it and you're listening to your guidance and you're following your feelings, your intuition, your guidance in the now, then you're on track. If you're getting too far in your head about the future or worrying about or feeling depressed about the past, you're outside of the flow. Okay, that's what they're saying right now. So living in the now is the flow, and that's where you get your information. That's where you understand how to move forward. Before or after that, anything outside of that is going to be inaccurate. It's going to be driven by, can be driven by ego, can be driven by fear, all that kind of stuff. All right, so we want to stay outside of that. And they're just showing me the wheel, essentially that you're on the right path, you are divinely guided, you are receiving what you are to receive in the correct timing for you. Okay, so that there's also, they're also saying that some of you might be in the energy of competition a little bit, like so-and-so is at this place in their journey and therefore I'm upset, I feel like I'm not good enough, I feel like I'm behind, that kind of thing, or I want to catch up, or I want to jump forward, or whatever it is. And so they're asking us to step back from that way of thinking about it. That's a very 3D way of thinking about it, that we are not to be in competition, we are to be in our own flow. That our only competition is basically being in a better flow than we were yesterday, all right? So surrendering into our own flow. And everyone is loved so very, 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 very much by their own guides and angels and the universe or creator or spirit or whatever you want to talk about. Just whatever creative force that you believe in. And that's all for today. Okay, you guys, I hope that you resonated with that. Please let me know in the comments. And if you are looking for an energy, some energy work or reading, private reading, you can find that on my website, www.IamEmilyGear.com. Okay? Have a great day, you guys. Love you. Bye.